Fires, wind, and heat causing extreme weather conditions across the West.
Oh my God, something just picked up and blew into our RV.
In northern Nevada, this is the scene at Burning Man. Wind gusts up to more than 50 miles per hour, causing a freak dust storm, wiping out some camps and severely limiting visibility at the start of the week-long festival.
The kitchen tent came down on top of people.
Videos showing some people head to toe covered in dust and clinging to poles trying to save their tents. Traffic to get inside the makeshift Black Rock City backing up for hours, with the National Weather Service also warning of possible monsoon thunderstorms. The scary conditions reminiscent of the disastrous mudpocalypse 2 years ago, when heavy storms left tens of thousands of attendees stranded. And in California, firefighters still battling that massive blaze in Napa County, now nearly 7,000 acres. Crews using aircrafts and dozers to gain control.
It's extremely rough territory. Some of it's cliffed out.
Burning since Thursday, the picket fire now 11% contained and moving away from the town of Calistoga. The flames still threatening multiple homes, properties, and vineyards.
We do have some evacuation orders. We hope to get those folks home as soon as possible.
The fire, one of several across the region. In Central Oregon, the flat fire now exploding to more than 20,000 acres with 0% containment. Another concern out west, the heat. 29 million people remain under heat alerts from Washington to Arizona. All of it fueling those dangerous fire conditions, not expected to let up anytime soon.
Liz joins us now from Los Angeles. And Liz, some spots out west could set records for how hot it'll get in the next couple days.
Yeah, that's right, Holly. Spokane, Washington, and Portland, Oregon are all forecast to hit daily record highs in the 90s. Medford, Oregon could even reach up to 105 degrees by the end of the day. Holly.
Liz Kreutz in LA, thank you.
We thank you.
I love it. The Most High strikes again. I want to give all honor, all praise, and glory to Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, Bashem Rechak Wadash. Double honors to the elder apostles and bishops of the great millstone that rule well. And as always, peace, blessings, and salutations to the tabernacle of David across the four winds of the earth. Yeah, the Most High, he struck again. You know, these devils, you know, they like to, you know, go out in the middle of nowhere and indulge in all type of, you know, freaky behavior, a lot of revelry. And that's basically what this whole festival that they get involved in, and they participate every year. Once a year, they'll go right out into Black Rock City, which is basically a desert land up in northern Nevada. And they bring their little tents and booths and stuff like that. And, you know, they bring plenty of alcohol, controlled substances. And they just go out there and they just, hey, do as thou wilt, you know. And they call it art. That's basically what they label it. You know, basically you can go out there and express yourself. And even if you show up nude or partially nude, that's a form of art and expression. So they just out there just, you know, indulging. And there's been a consecutive thing where the Most High he would intervene and visit their ass with harsh weather. You know, 2 years ago, they tried to do it, and the Lord brought some heavy rain and a bit of flooding, and all that dirt that they were on became mud, and a lot of people ended up getting stuck and stranded. You know, so people needed to get airlifted. You know, some people had to ride on special vehicles to get through that rubble, through that mud. So it fucked up their whole party, so to speak, their whole festival. And then, of course, yesterday, you know, the Lord caused a massive dust storm, and it blew right through their shit. So these just, you know, signs that the Lord is, you know, he's not going to hold back. He's going to basically take away the mirth here in this society, you know, because these people are too damn proud. One of the scriptures that I thought about, let me go to it. Yeah, this is in the book of Luke 17, and I'm going to start at verse 26. It says, when the Son of Man returns, they're talking about our Lord Yahushua, it will be like it was in Noah's day. In those days, the people enjoyed banquets and parties and weddings right up to the time Noah entered his boat and the flood came and destroyed them all. You know, these people were all caught up in the moment. You know, they was indulging, you know, much like today. And they had no idea that it was that time that the Lord was gonna, you know, flood the earth. All right, it caught them on a sudden, right? It says, and the world will be as it was in the days of Lot. People went about their daily business, eating and drinking, buying and selling, farming and building, until the morning Lot left Sodom. Then fire and burning sulfur rained down from heaven and destroyed them all. Yes, it will be business as usual right up to the day when the Son of Man is revealed. You know, so these people are going to be still indulged, you know, in their reverie, their partying, marrying, giving in marriage, being freaks. And then the Lord's going to bring total judgment. All right. Let's go from there to Romans 13. And I'm going to start at the 11th verse. And this is, you know, primarily towards us, you know, not to be in that spirit, you know, leave that spirit to these people in this world. All right. Because this place is getting ready to pass away. Romans 13 and 11 NLT, it says, this is all the more urgent, for you know how late it is. Time is running out. Wake up, for our salvation is nearer now than when we first believed. The night is almost gone. The day of salvation will soon be here. So remove your dark deeds like dirty clothes and put on the shining armor of right living. Because we belong to the day, we must live decent lives for all to see. Don't participate in the darkness of wild parties. You know, they have the Burning Man festival. It's another festival that they have out here where they really go crazy and they get their freak on. All right, is wickedness. They have all kind of drugs and alcohol. You know, EDC, it's similar. You know, so they have all these type of festivals, right? It says, or in sexual promiscuity and immoral living, or in quarreling and jealousy. Instead, clothe yourself with the presence of the Lord Yahushua Mashiach, and don't let yourself think about ways to indulge your evil desires. And that's Esau. That's what they into. And a lot of our people, they're under that same influence. They just want to, be somewhere where they can get, drugs in their system. They can get liquored up. Don't bring no Hennessy. Don't go anywhere where there's a bunch of niggas and Hennessy involved. That's a disaster waiting to go down. You stay far away. You stay separated from that. So, yeah, man, the Most High, he ain't playing. Okay, and now you got in these major cities, you got the National Guard. Trump got he got them boys out there. So you niggas ain't gonna be able to party, have these big block parties that y'all be throwing, and then somebody get into it, and then there's a shooting. Nah, it's a shit is changing. All right, shit is changing. So you niggas got to be on your best behavior now, because that dragon didn't spoke. So, yeah, man. But let me get this scripture as well, because this goes right along with what the Lord actually did. All right, with that storm. This is Psalm 83. I'm gonna start around the 15th verse of Psalms. I'll start at 13. This is in the NLT. It says, "O my power, scatter them like tumbleweed, like chaff before the wind. As a fire burns a forest, and as a flame sets mountains ablaze." And they were showing that every year, especially in the summertime, these areas on the West Coast, it always ends up in wildfires. You know, you setting them mountains ablaze, and then the smoke and the aerosols and the ashes, you know, it intrudes the airspace, and it carries over for miles and miles and miles. Like sometimes over in San Bernardino County in Cali, the fires be so massive, it even carries over into our desert space, right into our air, you know. And we gotta, you know, see the shit getting on our cars, you know, and we damn near gotta breathe the shit in. We gotta wear face masks. So, yeah, man. It says, chase them with your fierce storm, terrify them with your tempest. And I'm pretty sure that's what them devils felt, you know, when them strong winds was you know, sweeping they damn booths and tents across the sky. You know, flying, getting all that dust, and then them dust particles all in their face and their eye. You know, fuck they whole party up. You know, because that's basically what they're out there doing. They're just out there indulging. You know, without a care, like the scriptures say in Isaiah, pertaining to Babylon, how you deal with pleasure and dwell careless. And these festivals in the middle of nowhere, they're careless. All right, indulging in decadence, pleasure. And that's how, you know, Rome overindulged, because that was the lifestyle. And while they was doing all that, Rome was falling. You know, the currency was being devalued. Their troops were spread thin, getting involved in all these different wars. The economy was you know, going bad. And so you see in that same thing, you know, is a mirror effect, man. Rome 2.0 following after its old footsteps. All right. It says, utterly disgrace them until they submit to your name, O Yahweh. And really, you know, these heathens, they're not going to submit to his name until the judgment comes. That's when all knees are going to bow. All right. When he comes back and judge and make war, when he comes back with the host of heaven, that's when everybody's going to submit. But right now, these people are too proud. So the Lord's going to keep doing things like that, you know. And just, you know, he'll rain on your parade, so to speak. Send a dust storm and you know, sweep away your damn festival. Have your ass, you know, stranded in the middle of the desert. So I'm not gonna make this a long video, but I just had to bring this out. All right, because this is like the second time that this has didn't happen. All right, the massive dust storm rips through Burning Man Festival in Nevada. Couldn't make this up. You know, they feel like shit because, you know, that took a lot of preparation. That they had to build those booths up, bring in all the material that they were gonna have, you know, at this festival to participate with, all type of arts and crafts and stuff like that, all type of alcohol, you know, all type of stuff. You know, paintings. So yeah, man. Hey, call Lord Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai, man. May the Lord bring total devastation to this wicked place. All right. So anyway, with that, I'm gonna give all honor, praise, and glory to Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai, and to the next one, Shalom.